Today we're unboxing the brand new Hurom H330P, which is Hurom's latest slow juicer. It's what they call their sustainable model because it comes apparently in sustainable packaging, which we'll talk about in a second. But it also comes with a care package, which is filled with loads of different goodies that you'll see in just a second. But if you go on Hurom right now, you can actually buy this brand new juicer and they will ship this for free. And you can also get an extra 10% off if you use my code, which I'll have in the description below. So let's get opening these up and I'll tell you what's in the care package in just a second. We'll start off with the juicer just to see what's in here and what this sustainable packaging is all about. So this brand new model is not so different to their last model, which is the Hurom H320N. I actually have a video unboxing and reviewing that, so you can also check that out. I'm not gonna review this in this video. I'm gonna make a separate video reviewing this juicer. But basically the differences between these two juicers are minor. But the main difference is that this juicer comes in what they call sustainable packaging. First of all, I can already see that the packaging looks much nicer than the previous model. It comes in this beautiful carton box with a nice little logo in the front that says "Your health, our priority." So quite nice, good marketing as well. They also use soya ink, which is much better for the environment already than plastic paint, which is usually what they use for packages like this. So let's get opening this up. So first of all, they have this little poster which says health in loads of different languages. And it has a QR code at the back, which you can scan and it says how to assemble. I've assembled one of these before, so I'm gonna put that aside for now. So as you can see, everything that's in the box, it's already packed nice and neatly in these little carton boxes. I'm gonna open each one to see what's inside, but let's start here, which inside includes a recipe book. So if you're looking for inspiration for your juices, you have some here. And it has, I assume it's manual and warranty. This juicer actually comes with a 10-year warranty on the motor, together with a 2-year warranty on the parts. So if anything goes wrong, anything stops working, you can just contact them and they will replace that for you. So I'm gonna put this aside for now. So let's get opening their first box, which is the body and the power cords. I'm gonna open this up. Already I can see that the power cord comes in this little plastic bag, which, you know, it's not super sustainable. I feel also the body comes in this sort of plasticky wrapping, which again is a lot better than if everything came in plastic, but I feel you could get away with using some paper instead of plastic. So this is the main body. It looks really nice. It's a little bit different visually than their last model, the H320. And the reason is they've changed the on button a little bit. It's a little bit bigger and more visible, together with the branding, which stands out a little bit. This brand new model comes in 3 colors, this beautiful ivory color, a charcoal and a deep blue, all 3 of which look amazing. I just went for the ivory just because I think it looks nicer in my kitchen. We're gonna move on to the chamber set. Again, this plastic, I feel, you know, you could find a different solution. I know that this gets shipped from wherever this came from, Germany. So I know that they need to protect the products from scratches and things like that. But I feel you could get away with just wrapping it in paper. So the chamber set looks exactly the same as the H320. It has this beautiful wide opening at the top where you can just throw all your fruit inside. It actually has a blade inside which will cut the fruit, so you don't have to cut the fruit yourself. You can literally just throw your fruit whole in here. It will cut it, it will pull it down, it will crush it, and within a few minutes you will have the most delicious juice you've ever had. So this juicer, together with pretty much any of Hurom's juicers that I've tried, makes juicing so much easier. Not only because you can throw your fruit in here whole and it will chop it up and crush it, but you also save a bunch of time on cleaning it. Just because the way it's designed, it's very easy to clean. All you need is a little brush and then you just scrape it once and it's nice and clean. So it makes juicing a lot easier. I'm gonna put that back and we're gonna go on to the cups. So you get 2 cups. Again, these bags, I feel you can reuse these, and I do try to reuse bags like this. You can store, let's say, like metal nails and things like that you have lying around that you want to put all together. But if you're not going to reuse these and you're going to throw them away, even though they're recyclable, I feel you could get away with just wrapping it in some paper. Not a packaging professional, but I feel you could probably do the same job with less plastic. But then again, who knows, maybe not, maybe I'm wrong. So this is the jug for your juice. It has a measure on the side that fits about 1 liter, just over a liter that you put there. And then this is your jug for the pulp, which you put on this side. And pop that there. I'm gonna close this up and put it back in. Move on to the next, which is the pusher and cleaning brush. This bag you can actually reuse for many different things, but you could just have it without, you know? So pretty straightforward, your cleaning brush and your pusher, you just pop that there. I've actually used this juicer for 2 years and not once have I needed the pusher. I think it's really not necessary. If you're gonna put your fruit chopped up already in here, it's just gonna pull it down by itself, so you don't have to push. Unless once in a while it gets stuck, then maybe it could be useful. But within the last 2 years that I've used this, it hasn't been stuck once, so there you go. And go on to the last thing, which is the strainer set. Now, here's one more difference that this juicer has compared to the H320, is that this juicer comes with 2 extra strainers. So it has one that's already in here, which is the fine mesh strainer for your normal juices, for pretty much all of your fruit and veggies that you're gonna be juicing. You wanna use the fine mesh. But it also comes with the little bit wider mesh strainer. This has a little bit wider holes than the one that's inside, and the reason for that is if you want to juice mangoes, you want to use this strainer instead, just because it will allow more juice but also a little bit of pulp to come through. I don't think it's that useful. I'm not a big fan of juicing mangoes myself, so all my fruit I just juice with a normal strainer, but if you need it, you have it. And what I'm most excited about this model compared to the last is that it comes with this strainer as well, which is an ice cream strainer. So what that means is that you can just replace the strainer that's inside here with this, and then add, instead of fruit, you just add frozen fruit. So ideally you want to have all your fruit chopped up, put it in the freezer, let it freeze, and then take it out, throw it in the juicer, add this strainer instead of that one, and then within a few minutes you'll have delicious, creamy, smooth ice cream coming out of the pulp side. So I'm very excited to try this out. I'm gonna pop that there. And that's all with the juicer. So I'm gonna close this up. I'm gonna put it aside to bring up the care package and tell you what's inside that. We're starting off with another juice recipe book. I actually have this already. It has 80 different recipes inside, both for smoothies and juices, and it's actually really nice if you're looking for some inspiration. I've used it a few times and it has some really tasty juices in here. And then, ooh, exciting, what should we open first? Let's see. Let's start with the smallest. We'll start with this Hurom tumbler. It's nice and small and cute, which I like, but it's very convenient if you have kids. I think you can just add their juice in here and it's nice and airtight, so no leakage. It will also keep your drinks cold or warm, so you can add your tea or your cold juice and it will keep it cool for a while. So it's perfect for kids if you want to send them to school with a little juice. Good size, quite light, looks nice. Nice little present. I'm gonna move on to the second largest, which is this here. This is Hurom's vacuum seal pitcher. So I really appreciate things that are vacuum sealed because I make quite a lot of juices, and something like this makes it a lot better because it will preserve the nutrients of the juice. You have this vacuum seal pitcher, which you can put your juice inside, close the lid, you have this little pump, you place it on top, pump it a few times, and then that will basically take the air out so you can protect your juice from oxidation. So it will preserve the nutrients of the juice or the smoothie, whatever you're making, for longer. And it also has a date selector on the top, so you can actually select the date that you added your juice or your smoothie in here, and that way you remember when you made it. So even though this care package gets sent with the Hurom H330P, which is their sustainable model, this care package, because it contains different things that Hurom sells, they all come in their separate boxes, so you shouldn't expect a sustainable packaging with this either. So we're moving on to the Hurom mini blender, which I'm also very excited to open because I've never seen this up close. I'm gonna take out the jug, one of the jugs, because it comes with two. This is the larger jug that fits 600 milliliters, so just over half a liter, which is nice, perfect size. And then you also get a smaller size, which again, if you have kids or if you just want to carry a little smoothie with you, you can use this to just blend your smoothie straight away. Change the lid, pop this on here and take it with you everywhere you go, or give it to your kids to take to school, which is nice. And let's get the blender out. This is so nice and cute. I love how small it is. It actually takes up almost no space. So this is it, nice bright red color, which I actually quite like. What you do is you basically take this, which has the blade compartment on. You add your fruit in here and your homemade milk or whatever liquid you want to use, or juice that you've just made, and close it up like this. Pop it on here, twist it a bit, and then you just press the button and it works. Pretty straightforward. I'm gonna put that there. Close this up and bring out what I'm most excited about, which is this Dullard food dehydrator. Now, Dullard is a company that is owned by Hurom, so basically the same company, just a different name. And they make this awesome, cute and small food dehydrator. So let's open this up. Again, you have your little manual and your trays. Now, see, this paper, which they use to wrap the little different trays, you could actually wrap all of the compartments of the slow juicer in a paper like this. It will give it a little bit more protection, both from scratches, but also from moving around. And it's paper, and you can actually reuse this. I tend to keep these and use them if I'm moving houses, for example. You can wrap your plates and your glasses in these. Nice way to reuse it, so you don't have to throw it away. This I don't love. I think this right here, it's one of the worst things you can use for packaging in general, just because it breaks down in these tiny little pieces, ends up in the ocean. But I get why we use it to protect things like electronics and things like that, but I feel there's a better solution to this. I'm not sure what it is, but must be a better solution to this. Anyway, I'm gonna move that aside. And ooh, this looks really nice. This is Dullard's Dehydrator. I'm gonna move the box right there. This looks really nice. It has this matte white color. It has some really nice, beautiful dials on top. The options on this is that you can set it from 1 hour up to 24 hours, and you can also set it from 35 degrees Celsius all the way up to 80 degrees Celsius. So pretty good machine. I'm excited to try this out. I'm actually gonna make a video reviewing both the juicer and the rest of the care package, so you can go and check that out in a couple of weeks' time. If you wanna see a review of the juicer, I already have one up for the H320, which I assume will not be much different to this, but as I said, the main difference is that the button looks a little bit different, the branding is a little bit more visible, and best of all, it comes with this ice cream strainer. So there you have it. This is everything you get when you go online and buy this brand new slow juicer. So if you go on Hurom, this H330P costs around 700 euros right now. You can use my discount code, which you'll find in the description below, to get 10% off. this or any other juicer, and basically for 630 euros you get everything that you see on the table right now. This is an amazing gift for the holidays that are coming up, whether you're gonna gift it to yourself or to someone you love. Apart from unboxing juicers such as this, I also work as a holistic health coach and detox specialist, and for the last couple of years I've used this pretty much every single day without fail, and I also recommend any of Hurom's juicers to my clients, especially if they're looking to do a juice cleanse. If you're looking to introduce juicing into your daily routine, or if you're looking to do a juice cleanse, I think a juicer like this is a must. It's an investment worth making because it's gonna make your life so much easier. It's gonna cut down on the time that it takes you to juice pretty much anything, but it also is gonna cut down a lot of time on cleaning, which is something that I think none of us really appreciate spending too much time on. I'm also organizing a fruit and detox retreat that's gonna take place between the 4th and the 11th of February 2024. There's also gonna be a link in the description where you can read more about it, and you can also book your spot if you want to join us. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Hurom. However, they were kind enough to ship both the juicer and the care package completely for free. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Happy juicing!